Frank Ragnow of your Detroit Lions. You are now tuning into the official new hotness, the One Pride podcast presented by ISN. This is your source for all Detroit Lions news, rumors, pre- and post-game day breakdowns. Go Lions.
What is going on, YouTube, and welcome to the One Pride podcast, where we talk all things Detroit Lions news, rumors, analysis, and breakdown. And we got a great show for you tonight, and I am here with the fellas. We got Antonio Hightower. What's going on, man?
Oh, what's up, guys?
So enthusiastic. I tell you what, I don't need caffeine when I hear this guy talk. He definitely is the most motivated speaker I've ever heard of. And we got Corey from On the Warpath. What's going on, Corey?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Ooh, we doing great, and much better that you're on here. Folks, you got to subscribe to On the Warpath. Part of ISN, dropping content all the time. His videos are sick, so make sure you do that. And we got the man who likes to blitz. His first name's Gridiron. What's going on, man?
What's up, everybody? Got my Spike Kool-Aid, and I'm ready to go. Let's have some fun.
Got some Spike Kool-Aid on OPP. That's how we do it over here. What's going on, DLC? Dill Pickles, YT, wow. Michael Johnson, 313, Kloss, Vash Starwin, the residential ISN fan. We love you. We appreciate you. And when people start streaming, coming on in, we'll give them a shout out. But we're going to talk about, we got to put this to a rest about Matthew Stafford. I'm tired of Matthew Stafford talking about him. We've talked about him for 12 years, but he finally said something. Skyline Sports Cards, Travis Doyley. What's going on, man? Gridiron Blitz, you heard the talk of Matthew Stafford. You seen the interview. What did you think?
Well, Mike, first of all, I got to ask, what pill are you guys taking? Because I'm Morpheus, if you look into my lenses there. But listen, I saw two parts of the interview. I did not see the third part, saving that for a video. But I'm glad Matthew Stafford finally had something to say. It took him, what, guys, almost 3 weeks to get out in front of the city. And now I'm thinking maybe he didn't get in front of it because he was too busy recording a special, a 3-part special to go over the next 3 days. But I'm glad he did say something. He addressed the city. And as we'll talk about later, he's going to leave his mark on the city of Detroit. So I'm glad he finally came out and said something.
Antonio Hightower, what do you think about Stafford doing the interviews, kind of like exit interviews for the Detroit fan base?
I love it. I feel like a lot of situations where a guy like of Stafford's stature leaves the team, it's a lot of negative energy between the fans. But a lot of the fans, we just have respect for the guy, even when he left. Everybody was like, "Hey, good luck. Where you going?" A lot of people might even become Rams fans. I'm not surprised it took him this long to come out. I know he probably had a lot on his mind, especially leaving the Lions, but I had to respect it.
DLC says, "Bruh, AE, what's going on, TA Noble Sports?" Mike Taft. Yes, we're going to talk about that, Mike Taft. Corey, I would ask you this question, but you're not a big fan of Matthew Stafford, so what is the point? With that said, you've had a recent quarterback that left the team. Did you feel any type of way when he left? Did he say anything special to you guys?
Well, I don't think Kirk family member was there in Washington enough to as much as Matt Stafford was. So, looking at it, what he's given to the city and everything like that, I would think that, it would be deemed appropriate for him to do something like that. Just kind of close the chapter because y'all – let's be honest, Lions fans are loyal to their players. We looked at Ndamukong Suh. Like I told you, I've got Detroit Lions fans in my family, and they were rooting on Suh last on Sunday. So, I think it was good to close that chapter and everything, and he did it in a classy Matt Stafford way, a little bit of a Southern charm on the top of that. So, I think it's probably something that was necessary just to kind of seal up the wound a little bit.
Yeah, for sure, man. When I seen it, I thought about Nickelback. Look at this photograph. Every time I see it, makes me laugh. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
That's a pretty good impression too, Mike. Wow.
What's going on, Lance G? Justin the Rapper.
Oh, my God.
Streamlabs is in the building. We got Skyline Sports Talk. Kevin Cronin. Let's just get to this because, look, when it comes to Matthew Stafford here, I'm happy. He addressed the fan base. I thought it was important. 12 years in Detroit, getting traded. You got to understand that, we just wanted this to be like, okay, adios. At least he said something. So I'm happy about that. I wish him nothing but the worst over there in LA. I just want to get better draft picks. Nothing against him. That's just the way I see it. Now let's get out of that. It's over with. We got the nail in the coffin. It's done. ESPN, because I wanted to get to this Gridiron Blitz.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of their analysts said the Detroit Lions going to be the worst team in 2021.
Wow. That's just it. There's no filler, we just the worst team. Well, I'll say this. ESPN, CBS Sports, all those guys, they've been kind of hitting it on the head the last couple of years. And as a Lions fan, I would love to disagree with them. And to some extent, I will. I say not the worst team. I think it's far other teams that have potential to be worse than us. We are drafting 7th overall. So while I don't think it's the worst team, I think that's a little low, man. It's a little tough for me to stomach, but I think we're going to be bad, but not that bad, Mike. Come on, man.
Get low to the wall. Corey from On the Warpath, you're not a Lions fan. Do you think the Detroit Lions, do you agree with the ESPN analysts that we're the worst team in 2021?
No, I think y'all playoff team, to be honest with you.
Ooh.
And I told you that. I told you that in your comments. I think I said in yours too, Grid. I'm like, I think y'all are a playoff team. Look at what my team went through. Mm-hmm. And then you add a little bit of stability, good coaches. Matt Campbell, he's crazy enough to for people to follow him. So, and you bring in Jared Goff, kind of a new quarterback in that direction, everything like that. I think y'all a playoff team. Get the defense shored up a little bit. This team could be the 7th seed out of the NFC. And y'all look at how long it took us to turn it around. A season. We were picking 2. Y'all were picking 7 this year. You never know.
You never know, but I do not believe we're a playoff football team just yet. I feel like it's gonna take a little bit here. That's just my opinion with this defense. Travis Doyley, he says with the $5 super chat, 4-12 next year for the Lions. I thought I drank the Kool-Aid. This guy he's surfing on that Kool-Aid. That's how much he's going. Hey, I love the optimism, but I'm not going to blow smoke up my subscribers' 2 points of contact. I personally don't believe it. I think that the Lions are a couple years away because of the defense. Yes, I do think it's going to get better, obviously, with Aaron Glenn. With that said, there's still a deficiency of talent, and you can't overcome that. Antonio Hightower, do you believe, like ESPN, a lot of their analysts, that the Detroit Lions will be picking the first pick in the draft in 2020?
I actually might have to agree with that because, well, first of all, we already talked about it, 2 days ago?
Yeah, Tuesday.
The schedule is brutal. The schedule is going to be absolutely brutal. And in terms of talent, unless we get like a supreme amount of development, the only team I can really think of being worse than us in terms of talent might be the Jets. And even then, they got the number 2 overall pick. I would have to agree with them, at this point. Only team I could really see being worse than us is the Jets, and I don't know what they're going to do with their pick.
It'll be interesting to see. I'm going to give a prediction around, I'd say 4 wins to 5 wins football team. I don't think we're going to be the worst. I think there's more teams that are in a worse situation than we're going to be in. It doesn't seem likely that the team is going to get worse on defense like it did last year. It can't get worse.
It literally can't get any worse.
It literally can't. It was the worst in Lions history. So for me, that aspect, instantly the defense is going to get better. I do think that someone's snoring. I have no idea. I don't know. I do think that the offense maybe will take a dip there, but at the same time, I think we're going to run the football a little bit. So from that aspect, I don't really take a whole lot on what ESPN says. ESPN tends to destroy our team no matter what. It's so funny. When we had Matthew Stafford, ESPN, and everyone said, oh, Stafford's terrible, this, that, and the other. We heard it a million times. He gets traded. Stafford's going to the Super Bowl. What a great pickup. Like, come on, man. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
You can't. You just can't. And so ESPN, we appreciate you, but I don't believe we're going to be the first pick in the draft. Gridiron Blitz.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about Jared Goff.
Let's talk about him.
What do you want to see from Jared Goff in 2021?
Well, as our teammate likes to say, man, he's got to hold on to the ball. He's got to cut down on those turnovers. And I'm a little nervous because Stafford was sacked quite a bit in God, I got to give myself the buzzer. But our former quarterback was sacked quite a bit for the 2020 season, and I'm a little nervous, man, because he gets rid of the ball. He costs it up a lot. He's also kind of a mini turnover machine. I think he was 20 touchdowns to 13 interceptions last year. He's got to lower that interception number. I want to see more like 30 to 11, somewhere around there, maybe in the single digits. But Jared Goff, man, I think that, I mean, he was the first overall pick, not even, 5-6 years ago. And I think that we have to give this man a little bit of time, giving him protection. And I think while he might not have the same arm as Matthew Stafford, I think he can do a lot, man. We just got to put the pieces around him. We got to do what we supposedly didn't do for Stafford over the last couple of years. Our former quarterback for the last couple of years is bring some, and I think it's going to start with the running game, Mike.
Folks, we got 57 in the building, only 22 likes. Let's get those likes up, folks. The more likes you get, the more chance that the video gets out via YouTube algorithm. It's extremely important. I understand people may not want to do it, but if you want to support the channel, that's how you do it. Antonio Hightower, expectations for Jared Goff, the Detroit Lions' new quarterback.
Expectations for Jared Goff. My expectations for Jared Goff are kind of low. Because even at his best, he wasn't that great for the Rams. So he would have to improve a lot in my eyes for him to really impress. My expectations for him would just be a solid quarterback, kind of being like a Jimmy Garoppolo, Guy's not going to just lose you a bunch of games. He's going to be a solid quarterback, but he's not going to really win any games like that.
Folks, at 7:15, so in about 30 minutes, we're going to be doing the live mailbag segment. You can ask us any questions, so get it ready. Hashtag NFL, hashtag ISN, hashtag Washington football team, whatever you got, you just let us know. Remember, that's at 7:15. Mark Oram from Orams Forums into Building. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Trying to get this guy to 1,000 subscribers. Mark Oram, expectations for Jared Goff, the Lions QB.
Jared Goff, expectations. Hey, man, I just want him to be safe, and I want him to be smart. We don't know who he's throwing the football to right now. But expectations, you know what I mean? That's all I really want him to be, man, is smart. I don't think he's going to put on a cape and win us football games right now because this team is so bad, especially on the defensive side of the ball, that we don't know what's going on. So with Goff, I just want him to be a smart quarterback and try to less turnovers. Less turnovers is what I want for sure.
One of the things I want to see from Jared Goff is less turnovers, 100% with you. I think that if we can run the football, that should reduce the turnovers. And I think that he was pretty much in a bad situation for LA, correct? And when he was with the Los Angeles Rams, it didn't feel like the connection there was with the head coach and him. And when you have something like that going on, you're thinking in the back of your mind, you're not thinking about playing, you're thinking about other things. And I think not having that in Detroit will help him out. Corey from On the Warpath, what are your expectations from not being a Lions fan of Jared Goff?
I think you all, to echo what everybody else said, he's got to cut down on the turnovers. And we got to see how he's going to come out of this thumb injury as well. If he can be healthy, I think, and protected, I think he's got an opportunity to do some damage in here. To be honest with you, Detroit upgraded now. I think the second best quarterback in y'all's division now. And he's a better quarterback than Cousins is and Trubisky at the moment. So you don't even know if he's going to be there. So I think if he plays within himself, doesn't try to do too much, I think you could see a Goff that can get you somewhere and get you good. But like you said, you got to know who he's throwing to, though.
Yeah,
that's facts. Right now, we only have 3 receivers currently to a contract.
Yikes.
Victor Bolden, Quintez Cephas, and Geronimo Allison. So that is not a good combination right there.
Wow.
So hopefully we can get some. And I got some videos popping up about free agents, so get ready for that. News conference happened yesterday, Gridiron Blitz, and that was talking to our coordinators. It was talking to our running backs coach. What was an impression you took away from Aaron Glenn, the Lions defensive coordinator?
Well, you know what, Mike? The funny thing is, I didn't actually watch Aaron Glenn, man. I wasn't really interested like everybody else was, but I did see another one. If we come back to him, then I'll be able to comment on them. But I like what I'm seeing thus far from the people that Sheila is bringing in. And we talked about it before about giving Sheila a grade, and that Sheila's knocking this thing out the park. I mean, she kind of stumbled out the gate a little bit, keeping Matt Patricia and firing Jim Caldwell, but she's made up for it, in my opinion, by the hirings of the offseason. And what I like to do, I like to watch them after they air, so I haven't really got around to them. But I did see the one from our offensive coordinator, Anthony Lynn, so that one was impressive. So, but I like what I see from Sheila, the guys that she has on board, from Antoine Randall to Anthony Lynn, to bringing in guys that know the game and that are going to help this team. So I'm really excited about the future.
Folks, let me know in the chat, what did you think about the press conferences? Just give me a grade. I see Robert has an A+. Let me know what your grade was when you heard them speak. Finally, A, B, C, D, or F. Spam that comment section, and we will notice what you think. Mark Orem from Orem's Forum, Aaron Glenn, press conference. What was your initial take?
I like what I heard from Aaron Glenn. He was saying that they really need to simplify the defense because they were looking at tape and stuff like that, and he said that the guys look lost out there. Players look lost, bunched up, not knowing where they should be. So, and that all kind of falls on Patricia and Unlin, making these guys probably doing things that they weren't really capable of doing. I guess I got to be careful on how I say that, but like he just had those guys probably in spots that they probably shouldn't be in. And it was like they need, and Glenn was kind of repeating what Campbell was saying, that they need to instill some confidence in this young defense, especially, well, not all young, but some of the young guys really need, they need to calm down. Let's have some fun. Let's play loose. Let's play free. Let's just play some good football, but we'll simplify it. And we'll just let's have some fun. So I really like that. He was especially saying that about the secondary. So I'm really excited to hear that.
What's going on, Combat Sack, One Pride 40, Mike Taft, welcome to the chat. Man, if you don't got avatars on your picture, go get an avatar, man.
It doesn't take that long. Just get an avatar.
Let's get some avatars up in here. We got Antonio Hightower. What did you take away from the Aaron Glenn press conference?
Yeah, my takeaways are pretty similar to Mark. I think it was a pretty okay press conference. I'm kind of agree with him. The defense kind of needs to be simplified at this point. A lot of players looked like they couldn't comprehend the defense. It seemed like it was a little too complicated for them. A lot of players were in the wrong places, and even then when they was in the right places, they didn't make the right decisions at this point. And I feel like a lot of guys, some guys have a lost confidence. I want to see what he can really do with this defense, Well, particularly with the young guys, because we've seen the flashes, but we haven't really seen him put it all together. So I want to see if he can actually make those flashes a reality. But I like what he said at his press conference. Kind of got me a little hopeful. Maybe we see development out of some guys. Probably not like a guy like Jared Davis, kind of giving up on him. But, from a guy like Okuda and Awarie, I think they could take the next step.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Aaron Glenn can do with these young corners. I mean, Amani Awarie did really well. What a jump from year 1 to year 2. And I'm also excited to see what he can do with Jeffrey Okuda. We took this guy with that 3rd pick, and it's important that he develops. Aaron Glenn, I think he can really help him develop from that aspect. And I think that's vital towards the success of the future. You cannot draft a guy with the 3rd pick and him be a bust and expect a team to build. Anthony Lynn also had a press conference, Gridiron Blitz. What was your initial thoughts of his?
Sorry about that. I love the guy, man. I loved him while he was the coach in LA. And I was like, man, how did we get this guy? I mean, obviously I know how, but the fact that he came over here, and I like what he said. And I know a lot of people caught the quarterback thing about how we something he said about the quarterback. Don't remember verbatim, but what I kind of saw is the potential to draft a quarterback is still there, but I like what he said. He was very forthcoming with his answers. He didn't really shy away from them. When he couldn't answer a question, he couldn't talk about it. But I like what he said, and I have a feeling, Mike, that I know you're not very fond of this guy, but I feel like we could see a Tyrod Taylor pop up in Detroit, man. That's kind of what I got from that press conference, that, you know, he did say that he might have held back Herbert just a wee bit, but, you know, when Tyrod was starting, he was the guy. So I think that if we do draft a quarterback, that he'll take care of this guy. And I think he'll learn from his mistake from, you know, maybe hindering Herbert just a wee bit, and he'll let our quarterback, if we indeed do draft a rookie, I think he'll let him really kind of let him loose. But if he gets on the field, but I love Anthony Lynn, man. I love what Sheila is doing, and I'm just so excited, man. I'm trying to actually dial that excitement down right now.
You know what I'm excited about is I read a mock draft today, and it was an epic mock draft, and I'm happy that On the Warpath is here, because in this mock draft, the Detroit Lions made a trade. They went from the 7th pick to the 19th pick. The Washington football team traded up from 19 to 7. They had to give up their 3rd round pick this year and next year's 1st round pick, and they selected Trey Lance. On the Warpath, what do you think about this trade?
I don't think he's liking it. There you go, buddy.
Oh man. Ooh. I'm telling y'all this right now. Y'all ain't getting no 1st round pick. I wish Brock was up in here, because I have a couple words with him trying to hustle my picks last week. I wish he was up in here. I tell him so. No, I'm not giving y'all a 1st round pick next year for Trey Lance. You can take a 3rd, and y'all can take this year's 1st, but that's about it. I don't believe in that that far trading up. But if we do have a trade partner, I think it would be the Lions to either take Fields or Lance. But right now, I really don't know what we're going to do with the quarterback situation. Mm-hmm. We re-signed Heineke today, and then, you know, there's rumblings that we could get a division rival for all I know. But
I did call that. Wait a minute. I called that Warpath. I called that a year ago, bro. I don't know, Mike, if you remember me calling that, but I said I could see him playing for the Washington football team.
Oh gosh, your boy Mark Holmes, he is like he's scattering at the
because you know he love. I don't want to take over. You know he love him some 4, baby. You know that, man.
I do. Hey, I can't wait till he up in burgundy and gold too, and then but I can't trade with y'all. I rather stay put, and that's a banana in the tailpipe right there. I'm not messing with it. Not messing with it. Y'all keep y'all number 7 pick.
So we got the Washington football team fan. He said to the nah on this trade. Let me know in the comment section, would you like this trade? Going from 7 to 19, you get their 1st round pick 19, their 3rd round pick, and next year's 1st. If the trade did happen, we would have 3 1st round picks next year. That would be amazing. So you got to think about that while this goes on. We will be doing the live podcast where we're talking and getting answers at 7:15. So get your questions ready then. Gridiron Blitz.
Yes.
Would you do this trade?
Man, I was just about to chime in, bro. Okay. So we got 19 this year. To me, it all depends. See, a lot of people think that we're still going to take a QB. I really feel like I got to wait on free agency. I feel like if we get a Tyrod Taylor, then we're not taking a QB. There's a couple coming out next year as well. So I think I take it, bro. I take it. Nobody expects us to win this year, right? Mm-hmm. So we get it. We got Jared Goff. Okay, now let's just hear me out. We keep Jared Goff for 2 to 3. Okay, we draft a QB next year, because see, my main concern was Matthew Stafford's replacement. Stafford. Oh God, him grooming the guy, and now that's not going to happen. You give me 19. You give me a 3rd. Right? Mm-hmm. So I now have 7 picks. But I got to wait on it, see if another deal comes in. So do I take that deal? Barring no other deal comes in, I take it. I'm setting up with 3. I mean, we're going to knock it out the park next year. We already got 2. Now we got 3. And who knows where we finish? You know what I'm saying? Who knows where the Rams are going to finish? Hey, so if a better deal doesn't come, I take it. But I definitely take it, man.
You know what I'd take is we got 41 thumbs up. Let's get to 5-0. That would be 9 more. Remember, Chat Sports, they watching me and they're like, get those likes up. They're always big on these likes. I like the deal, but Mark Orem from Orem's Forum, you get 19, their third, and next year's first. And if that did happen, we would have a first-round pick this year. We'd have our normal second-round pick, 3 third-round picks,
Ooh.
4th, 5th. Would you take that deal?
You know what, man? I'm kind of like where Grit is, man. I'm a little bit on that wait and see, but that first round for next year, that's probably the kicker for me, and I would probably do it, man. Like I would really want to do that. 3 first-round picks next year. You know what you can do with that?
We're talking
That's
about Miami
insane.
Dolphins level right now.
That's Miami Dolphins level, bro.
100%,
man. We could do so much with that. I would probably do that because I don't think they're taking a quarterback at 7. So I don't think there's anybody they like really at 7. You just brought in Goff. I don't think you're going to want to bring in another quarterback to have Goff peeking over his shoulder right away. Not right away.
Mark,
anyways,
he just had to do that. He just had to do that, bro.
He just had to do that, and he kind of didn't take that very well. You know what I mean? He wasn't getting along with McVay, blah, 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 whatever, this and that. They got rid of him. But, yeah, man, if we can get that extra first-round pick for next year, man, you know what? I'm probably going to take it, but I'm going to put out some feelers. Because you know what? I'm going to definitely put out feelers. But, man, that extra first is the kicker for me, and I'd probably take that deal.
I like the deal a lot as well.
Yeah.
Imagine having 3 first-round picks in 2022. You would own the draft. And let's face it here, Washington football team, look, they made the playoffs, but they're a team like the Lions. They can end up being bad as well at some point, so that you can end up getting a high first-round draft pick. Antonio Hightower, what do you think about that deal?
So this is a tough deal for me because a first, 2 firsts, and a third is wow. But then if Trey Lance is there, and the problem is I don't trust next year's QB class at all. Sam Howell has a lot to prove. Spencer Rattler has a lot to prove. Kevin Slavics has a lot to prove. Jaden Daniels have a lot to prove. There's no really good guy next year. All these top 4 guys this year, they would be the number 1 guy next year.
Mm-hmm.
Next year's QB class right now, it has a lot of questions. So, like, if you can get that guy, because Trey Lance has supreme talent, and I feel like we're a great situation for him because, like, you could just start Goff. Lance needs to sit for a year, right? And then you could either make him take over next year or if he plays well enough, the middle of the year, which I doubt he would. But the problem is, man, 2 firsts and a third though, which I doubt they would give that up, to be honest. But
so Tone, do you take it? Do you take the deal, brother? Do you take the deal, man?
The first has to be included. It has to be.
It is 19. Next year's first and a third.
Yeah, it has to be included.
Third this year, right?
Third this year. So we'd have 3 third-round picks.
Kenny Golladay came in the third.
I guess I got to take it.
All right.
I got to take it too. I got to take it.
We got to take it, bro.
If you had 3 first-round draft picks, you own the draft. You own the draft, in my opinion. And I really hope that we do this so I can talk to On the Warpath and we can have this conversation, and it would be epic because I know he does not want the deal. 91, let's get those likes up, folks. Hottie, he's been hitting me with this question, so I'm going to take it anyways. It says, what do you guys think about our coaching staff? Any predictions for a record going into this season? Oh, record predictions.
Okay, let me go. I go first.
Go ahead, go.
All right, so we looked at the schedule, 7 playoff teams. Right now, this is before our former quarterback got traded. As of this moment, this is all entertainment purposes, but I think it's going to be quite entertaining. I got us 4 or 5 win tops. It depends on if we get that 17th game, which is right now the NFL doesn't have the 17th game on the schedule. Mark was bringing out the other day. It might be the Denver Broncos. For us, I think we might be able to win that game, but I don't know. I got to see what they do with that 9th pick. Right now, I'm saying 4 or 5 wins tops, but I love the coaching staff. I love what they're doing. I think we're just a little bit away, and that's surprising coming from me.
Let's see here. Look, I think the Detroit Lions. I think the Detroit Lions is probably with you there. I don't think they're going to be a playoff football team. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. I just think that this defense is still in a world of hurt. Super chat by Maine 313. Appreciate you. $4.99 super chat. Says Parsons is a teammate.
Wow. Yeah. He needed to be $49.99 to get that one read because that's insane, brother.
Won't fit the Detroit Mady Quintitia era out of Notre Dame after Trent. So, okay, let's talk about Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Would you take Micah Parsons there, Mark Orm from Orm's Forum?
Where, at 7?
7, yes.
I think he's a generational linebacker. I really do. I know he's got some issues, man, that he needs to come out and set straight on what he did to some of his teammates during some hazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's a phenomenal linebacker. He's a great talent. I know he might be lacking a little bit in the coverage skills, but I think that could be completely coached up. And I love the kid. I'd take him at 7. I would. That's how much I like him. I do like him.
I think Parsons got a lot of talent. He does.
Yeah.
But the more that I'm thinking about the draft, the more I'm thinking we need to trade back. I just think we need to. I think it would be lovely. If we're staying at 7, I wouldn't mind having Parsons. I wouldn't, I'm just taking the best player available, whoever that is. I don't even care about position at this point. I just think we just need to upgrade. But I really, really, really want to trade back from 7 to 19 and take on the Warpath first round draft pick. I think that is important from that aspect. Antonio Hightower, Parsons.
At number 7, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. If we stay at 7, I wouldn't do it. I love Parsons' talent, but he has a lot to work on, and it's hard for me to take a linebacker top 10 when currently they offer nothing as a in terms of affecting the pass. He doesn't rush the passer, and he's not really good in coverage. What's he going to be, a run stuffer? We don't.
He rushes the passer, Parsons.
He's not a really good pass rusher though. Like if you watch him, you can tell he was a former D end, but he doesn't really have what he needs to be a really good pass rusher. He has the ability to rush the passer, but he's not really a pass rusher. He doesn't really do anything right now for me to go I'm taking him at 7, because if I'm taking a linebacker top 10, you got to be able to cover like that. And while he has the coverage potential, he can easily not end up being that guy. I can end up getting a guy like Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah later, or Bowden from Missouri later, or say Sherrod. I wouldn't do it.
Koramoah, he's really coming up the draft board. I'm hearing a lot about this guy. I need to jump into his film because that's who they had us taking at 19. We traded from 7 to 19, and that's who we picked as a linebacker. And I got to do more research on there.
He's a stud.
Well, just to throw it out there, I know Tankathon Mike has been saying this for a while. They got us taking Micah Parsons at 7. Just to throw that out there.
I just don't think we stay at 7.
I don't think so either.
I truly, truly don't believe we're going to stay at 7. I think it's really important that we understand that. On the Warpath, will you trade us Montez Sweat?
Please?
Oh, Lord. God, all y'all got that Kool-Aid today.
Hey, look, man, we got to, bro. We got to, bro.
Man.
We'll give you a 4th. We'll give you a 4th.
No.
I'm playing, bro. I'm playing.
No, I know. Hey, y'all know. Hey, y'all can't touch my ends. Y'all can't touch Chase. You can't touch Montez. I might give you Jonathan Allen so he can go up there with my boy Deshaun Hand, but that's about it. That's about
I'm
it.
so sick of Deshaun Hand, bro. I'm so tired of him.
I think there's a
one of my best friends.
There's a free agent that we could look at, and that's Ryan Kerrigan. Will you tell us a little bit about Ryan Kerrigan?
What you get with Ryan Kerrigan is he's got a unique skill set. He's quicker than people realize. He hasn't always been the best in situational, so I'm like 3rd down, 4th down, getting sacks. But he's got a high motor. Didn't miss a game until the 2019 season, and so from 2011 to 2019, he didn't miss a game. He had 6 sacks this year in very low showtime on field time. So if you get Ryan Kerrigan, I think you got a guy who's wanting to prove himself. I think your defense will get a shot in the arm. You'll get a pass rusher. Good dude too. Never had a problem out of him in Washington. Never heard a peep out of him. So if y'all want Ryan Kerrigan, I think that's a good dude to go out there and get.
Huge shout out to Travis Doyley. He's a member of mine. If you want to become a member, just hit that join button. Do some fun stuff on there. He says, what do you guys think of Washington should do with the defensive line? I think it's going to be hard to find playing time for everybody. Yeah, well, Ryan Kerrigan's a free agent, so I think, that's going to be somebody that they're not going to have. And they're doing a lot of rotation over there, Corey.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And you got to realize our best lineman didn't play most of the season. That's Matt Ioannidis from Temple a few years back. And Tim Settle out of Virginia Tech, he's starting to come on. Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen is okay at times, but they run their rotation. I think that's the beauty about having defensive linemen. You can never have enough defensive linemen because they're on rotation all the time. So if you're really a starter there, it's like, who's that? Like kickers don't get starts, but they have a great effect on the game, right? I look at it in the same brand. You can never have enough because your guys are constantly being fresh and getting rotated out. But if I had to get rid of one right now, it'd probably be Jonathan Allen.
Well, if you want to get rid of them, Chase Young and Montez Sweat, bring them over here to Detroit. We like Montez Sweat here.
Please.
Let's talk about the defensive line, though, for the Detroit Lions. What can we do, Antonio Hightower, to correct this issue? What are some free agents the Lions should look at to put upon this defensive line to stop the run and get after the quarterback?
In my opinion, the Lions' biggest need onto the defensive line is like an interior pass rusher. Deshaun Hand was supposed to be that guy, but we don't. At all these injuries, I don't know what to get out of him anymore. That's why you got a guy like David Irvin would be pretty interesting. Talented guy, but
wait, that's the guy we just brought in, right?
Yeah, from Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas. Yeah.
Well, you already brought him in.
Yeah, they brought him in for
a workout.
For a workout or interview.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's probably be the guy for me for us to bring in. We need some interior pass rush. He has the talent to do it. He's never really put it together like that, but I mean, you can take a shot on him. It's not gonna hurt. There's no low risk, high reward type of signing right there.
Yeah, we need to get the defensive line, and free agency's coming up, and I think there's a couple individuals that can really help us out. But the issue is our cap space. Mark Orm from Orm's Forum. What can we do with the limited cap space we got to shore that up a little bit?
Well, to shore it up, we're probably going to have to make some cuts. We're obviously going to have to make a few cuts, and then if you want to bring some guys in, we might have to backload some contracts. It's not really the greatest way to do a rebuild, if you want to call this a rebuild, but I'm sure Brad Holmes doesn't want to do it like that. But if he wants to get like maybe one stud or possibly two, he's possibly going to have to backload some contracts and find some money and cut some guys. Like there's going to be a lot of cuts coming, guys. This whole team is going to look a lot different. So if we're going to want to create some cap space, that's the only way to really do it, man. Is make some cuts, cutting guys like Trufant and stuff like that, and trying to backload contracts. That's the only way it can be done right now.
Nick, you're not nuts, because we've talked about that as well, to get another running back. But what is nuts is we only got 60 likes. Let's get to 100, 105 in the building right now. Let's get to 100 likes. In 6 minutes, we go to you guys. It's the mailbag segment, #NFL, #Lions, #ISN. We will answer your questions. We love this segment. It's where we can finally get answers from the people that take their time out of their day to watch our videos. Alex Autism Awareness just dropped a $5 super chat. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He is a content creator there. It's all about autism, and I support him 110%. He says, I know this is a bit cliche, but what about JJ? JJ Watt?
Yeah, I think that's
Gridiron Blitz.
I know he wants to get out of Houston, so I mean, he took he ran back a pick 6. I mean, I don't know if it's right. I mean, at this point, if it's right, because like Mark said, it's about the money at this point. So I don't know what he would cost, but right now he's not even on the market, is he?
He's not even a free agent. No, he got to get traded here.
So we have zero capital to do that. So that's going to be an O.
Yeah, look, we're in rebuild mode, and it would be kind of pointless. He's older. I'm sure he'd like to go to a team like the Green Bay Packers or somebody that's going to contend. Right now, that's not us.
It's not us.
Jared Goff, he's no to the no. Don't let that happen.
He doesn't want that. He doesn't want any of that.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't want any of that. I love Barmore. I think that would be a great individual to pick up. Barmore, the defensive tackle, stop the run. Obviously, Antonio Hightower. If I like it, you don't. So what is wrong with Barmore?
I don't dislike Barmore. I'm actually a big Alabama fan, so I've seen him a lot. I don't dislike him. I think he's very inconsistent, and B, he hasn't shown enough versus the run. Because a lot of times Alabama doesn't even play him on rundowns. In the Ohio State game was like one of the few times I ever seen him like flash in terms of the run and the pass. He's very quick, athletic. He just hasn't shown the technique or the consistency to. I like him. And the thing about it is this DC draft is so weak. It's incredibly weak.
Yes, very weak.
So him and Marvin Wilson, those are probably like, and maybe Levi Amozuike. There's other than those three, there's nobody at all. And I don't know if next year's draft is going to be any better. So I think he's okay. I'd rather just get a guy like Marvin Wilson later, especially because the Lions gonna need a nose tackle, but I'm just not the biggest fan of him.
3 minutes, folks. Mailbag segment starts. Why? Well, just start right now. Screw 3 minutes. Hashtag ISN. Do you see the Lions becoming a playoff contender in the near future? Not this year. Next year, it will be fringe. Third year, I do believe so. Gridiron Blitz.
I was going to say the same thing, man. Maybe year 3-ish, somewhere around there.
3-ish.
I mean 3-ish. You know, I'm giving myself another ish.
Ish.
I kind of feel the same way. Yeah.
Okay, Corey from On the Warpath. You say we're a playoff team now. It's funny because you're not the Lions fan. The Lions fans are saying to the nah. You are a Washington football team fan, and you're like to the yeah.
Yeah,
I think about that.
Because I look, and I say this all the time, that there's a lot of kindred spirit between our franchises, snake bitten and incompetent ownership for a long time. And I think that you all have an opportunity that whether you're back in or what, I think that you can be on the cusp. I thought the same thing about my squad coming off a 13-3 season last year. I thought that, kind of looking before the draft and free agency and how some injuries went in training camp, I was like, this team might be 6-10, finish 7-9, won the division. But I mean, you don't know what's going to happen in Green Bay. We're talking in 2020 speak. We're not talking in 2021 speak yet. And it always seems like there's always that one shocker that comes out of some division that this team's like, oh, they should have won 2 games. We did it in 2015 and we won 9. So I think y'all got an opportunity. Don't sell yourself short. I know you got to work on a lot of things, but I think they could be a playoff team, especially with that 7th seed now in the conference.
I think we'd have a hard time making the playoffs if there was 15 seeds.
Oh, come on now.
Bro, our defense, man. Our defense.
It's bad.
Hey, bro, we were worse than 0-16. And that's bad.
Y'all had y'all had a quarterback. Y'all had the same quarterback all year long. We had 4. We had one we pretty much started a paraplegic and got us to the playoffs. So,
but you guys got a defense, bro.
And you're in the NFC East.
Hey, but still,
we go against the Packers.
I'm telling y'all, that's why I said 7th seed. I didn't say division. I didn't say division.
Oh, no, I know. I know, brother. I know.
You just slide in on that 7th. I see you.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Ian.
Hey, back up. Get the moving truck like the Colts in the middle of the night in the 80s and just back that thing right in, boys.
Always got to back it up. Travis Doyley with the $5 super chat. Man, he's on fire today. I appreciate you. He said, should the Lions try to make a move for Gino Atkins? Rumor has it Cincinnati may cut him to save cap Antonio Hightower, Gino Atkins.
No, I wouldn't do it. A, because he's washed, and B, at this point, the Lions, the rest of the year going, I just don't see the point of bringing in a bunch of older, washed players. At this point, I think you should be bringing in younger, unproven talent. I don't really see the point in bringing in a guy like Gino.
What about you, Mark Orm from Orm's Forum?
I feel the same way as Antonio, man. His time has come and gone. He's been getting hurt and stuff like that too. No, that's a big no for me for Gino.
Combat Sack, the sick name himself. He says, hashtag ISN, will Austin Bryant get off the IR table in 2021?
He did, man. He played the last 4 or 5 games. He was actually playing pretty decent.
We didn't even know he was there, Mark. We didn't even know he was there, bro.
He was playing, man. He was off the IR table.
I don't know.
I like his skill set, man. I like his skill set. I'm telling you, man.
No,
if they
man.
can
You
use
got
him right. They can use him right, man.
Yeah.
He will be someone to reckon with. I'm telling you right now.
He's got to be on the field, Mark. He's got to be there, bro.
He played the last 4 or 5 games.
He was out. Like, he was in, and then he was out. Like, before you batted your eye, he was like,
I do know that. I do know that, man. He's had some setbacks with his pec, man. He's had some injuries. But, man, he's got a really good skill set, man. He was being misused by Patricia. That's why I'm telling you, bro, I hope they keep him on the roster. I think he's going to be good.
Antonio Hightower.
I like him.
Then, do you think the Lions could get scary? Terry.
I wouldn't go for scary. Here's my thing. I'm going about players right now. The Lions are in a place where they need to rebuild. Your cap space is probably not going to be that great for the Lions. Cap space situation is better than people actually think it is. A lot of the Lions contracts can be moved off in 1 or 2 years. At this point, we need to rebuild our team through the draft.
Yes.
So I'm not trading for guys that I'm gonna have to pay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay Scary Terry. What? This is his 3rd year coming up?
Yep,
3rd year. He's gonna need a contract in 2 years.
Mm.
And what? TJ Hawkinson is too. Let's not forget Frank Ragnow. His contract's coming up too.
I just don't. Frank paid now when his contract comes up.
An amazing player, but why would I bring in a young receiver that I'm at to pay? And especially in this draft, I could draft a young receiver and not have to pay them on a real cheap rookie contract. I love Scary Terry, but I don't see the point of bringing them in.
28 likes to get to 100. Hit that like button, folks. Hit that like button. Do you guys, who do you covet the most in free agency? Just throw a name down. I want to see what you guys say. Do you think the Lions will trade their 7th overall pick for more draft capital? By the way, respect the work you do, guys. Well, I appreciate you. I respect you from coming in here. I've had 7 Mountain Dews today. I'm a little fidgety. It's been a long day. I'm like, I'm a little bit wired right now. I'm a fidget spinner. So my wordsmith is a little bit off today, guys. So, look, I do think we're going to trade the pick. Mm-hmm. I think we're moving back. I truly believe we're moving back. If we could get another 1st round next year, that would be, oh my God.
Yeah.
I look at the long haul. This year we had the COVID stuff, so it's hard to judge prospects probably this year compared to next year when you can actually see them on the field for all the games. I just think it'd be smart. And I think that the Lions trade back maybe to 15 or to 19 to get that 1st round draft pick from on the Warpath. And I know he wants to give it up. Rumors is New York Giants after Kenny Golladay intensely. Well, then let's franchise tag him and trade him over there to New York.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, they did. They were one of the people who hit up the Lions during the season about him.
Yeah, if y'all want that 19th pick, don't do that. Don't do that. Y'all better take him to the 8 Mile and get his kneecaps broken before he goes over there. But, other than that, don't send him over there if you want 19. We can't talk.
He is definitely not into that 19th pick. Would you tag and trade Mark Orem, Kenny Golladay?
If I had an opportunity to do it and the Giants were all over this, 100% I would.
Yeah.
I would. Yes.
A lot of
Especially if teams were
comments in
really
here.
interested. If teams were like intensely interested, then I would for sure give it a shot, man.
And Mark, I
100%.
think they are. I think they are, bro. Even though he didn't play that much the past season, I think people see his skill set and they want this guy. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happens.
Yeah, he's got a great skill set. He's not gonna kill you on the separation or anything like that. He's
right,
but you know, he's the type of guy that can go up and get the ball, man. He's got good hands. He's big. He's got good size. Like, so, yeah, man, he's good. He's a number one on a lot of teams, man. Maybe not every single team in the NFL, but he's a number one wide receiver in the NFL. And if the Giants want him, let's talk, man. Let's go. Let's do it.
Motor City Sports says, do you think the Lions should go after A.J. Boie on the Warpath? What do you think about him?
He's pretty good. He's pretty good corner out there in Denver. Y'all need help, right? Y'all need help in the secondary. Or are you talking
Everywhere.
about would I want him? If we can't get Darby back, I think he might be a good option. You can get him on the cheap too because he's going to be suspended for like the first 2-3 games. Is that right?
I think so. I think it's the first 2 games. Yeah.
Yeah. So you could get him on the cheap there.
Do you guys think Brad Holmes, John Dorsey will draft any special players deep in this draft? Someone like a new Stephon Diggs caliber player. Look, if you know Brad Holmes, that's what he's done. He's drafted players in the mid rounds to late rounds to help a football team out.
Yeah.
That's how you win, folks. You have to have a general manager that can draft not just in the first round, but especially the second round for the Detroit Lions. We're terrible in the second round. You got to have somebody that can evaluate and find talent in these rounds to become a good football team. So I pray that is the case, or else we're going to be back here again year after year after year. Antonio Hightower, do you think we're going to find some talent out there in the mid rounds?
I definitely think we could. Brad Holmes has a pretty decent history of getting guys in the mid round. You know, guys like Tyler Higbee, Cooper Kupp is amazing. Taylor Rabb's been pretty good for them. I think they could.
Would you guys get Clowney in free agency? I say to the nah. What about you, Griff?
You know what, Mike? Since you've been saying it all day, let me just give it to you, bro. No, absolutely not. After what he did last season, waited to the last possible second, like he was worth all that and a bag of hot Cheetos. No, I would. Nope.
Jorge says, is Patricia owed money? Yes, I think he's got 2 more years. He's going to get paid by the Detroit Lions. We had to fire him early because he sucks really bad.
There's some type of buyout there, though. There's some type of buyout that they can give him, but yeah.
Hopefully Dan Campbell doesn't follow this too, man, because the last 2 coaches we fired, we've owed them tons of money. So hopefully this guy doesn't fall under that category as well.
Hey, if you want an early retirement, just signed a 5-year deal and Detroit head coach, you'll be fired the next year.
Oh, God.
Got him.
Number 7th pick.
Gosh.
O-line, D-line, or wide receiver? Where are you going? Oh, this is a great question. I'm going to do best player available. If Penei Sewell is sitting at 7 and we're not doing a trade back, you have to pick. I'm probably taking Penei Sewell. I love him there. Trey Lance, could look at him. Man, if 4 wide receivers go in the first 4 picks, and there's predictions of that occurring, imagine having Penei Sewell on this offensive line on the right side. I would love that, but I'm taking best player available. What about you, Mark Oram from Orams Forum?
Well, out of those 3 right there, D-line, O-line, or wide receiver, I'd want the D-line. So I still like Gregory Rousseau from the Miami Hurricanes. So over anybody that would be available there. So that's who I would take. I would take a D lineman.
I think it's a little rich to take Rousseau at 7. I would love a trade back if that was the case.
Yeah, maybe not too far though.
It wasn't in the top 3 that he gave. That's all.
What's that?
I said it wasn't in the category that he gave. That's what.
Yeah. Antonio Hightower, what are you going to do with that 7th pick?
I probably wouldn't take wide receiver or D line. Definitely not. O-line, only one I could really would consider would probably be it would probably have to be Rashawn Slater for me if we're going to take O-line. But I'd prefer going quarterback if I'm staying at 7. If I'm staying at 7 and there's a quarterback on the board, I'd take the quarterback.
Yeah. Well, I'm with you there too. If Trey Lance is there, Zach Wilson, he ain't going to be there. Let's be honest here. Justin P. Fields may be there. I could see 4 quarterbacks though going in the first 4 picks. I could really see that. Do you think the Lions are Super Bowl contenders years to come? Not this year, not next year. Hopefully year 3 we're starting to build something. But I just want to win a football game.
I just want to win a
Super Bowl.
Yeah, win a playoff game.
I just want to get a first down. Matter of fact, I want to stop somebody on 3rd down.
I just want to stop somebody. How about stopping
people
from scoring?
I just want to have
JV high school teams.
I just want to have the 31st ranked defense.
31 is better. That would be such an improvement from what we had last year. It was like the 60th ranked defense. Go Lion says we wanted Derek Brown last year. I did. You think we can trade back, get Parsons, Barmore, or Trey Lance? Yeah, I think we could. I think we definitely could trade back and get one of those players. I think that's why we got trading back. Just makes all the sense in the world. Acquire more draft picks. I think Barmore could probably fall to the mid-20s. Okay, so if you wanted to go back to 19, you could probably get him. Parsons, I think he'd be gone by then. Trey Lance, I think he's going to be a top 10 draft pick. But I think if you want to get Barmore, you could. I like Barmore. I do.
I like Barmore too.
$5 super chat. Thank you so much. Adam Carver says, I say we take the best player available and not trade down because of COVID. Do we know there are any good players in the later rounds? There's definitely good players in the later rounds. Antonio Hightower, talk to the people about some good players in the later rounds that they may not know.
There's going to be a few good players in later rounds. Deontay Brown, a guard from Alabama, he seemed like he's going to be falling into the later rounds. Big dude, 6'3", sort of to the Senior Bowl at 365, baller. He's going to be in the later rounds. Rondell Moore, he's probably going to be there in a little bit in the later rounds because of his injury issues, even though he has like top-tier talent. If you're looking for a decent quarterback, probably not a starter, Ian Book's going to be there from Notre Dame. Doesn't have high upside arm talent. His pocket presence could be questionable, but he's probably going to be could be a solid guy in the later rounds. If you want a running back, Javonte Williams from UNC, dude is a monster, powerful. He has everything you want from a running back. He's just nice.
Folks, we got On the Warpath on with us right now. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He is a Washington football team content creator, but he loves talking football. That's why he's on here. He's part of ISN. Subscribe to his channel. It is in the description. Would you guys give up the number 7th pick for Chase Young? Yes.
Come on, man. Warpath. Come on, man.
Yes.
Warpath.
Warpath is gone.
He gone.
If I don't, my other choice is Gregory Rousseau. I'm definitely giving it.
Oh Lord, I'm glad this is a family show. I'm trying my hardest.
Hey, we gotta reach. Hey, look, Warpath. We almost had him, bro. We almost had him, man.
Warpath, I gotta ask you.
I mean, that's what we gotta believe. We gotta believe we almost had him.
No, y'all didn't. They were one pick away from Josh Allen. They was one pick away from Chase Young.
Hey, I almost hit the lottery if I had went and played and hit the right numbers too. But there's power in that word, almost.
I see what you did.
Warpath, I gotta ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Redraft: Justin Herbert, Chase Young. Who would you take?
Is that a serious question?
Dead serious.
Chase Young.
Oh,
I'm taking
Chase
Herbert,
Young.
man.
No, I'm taking Chase Young. I'm taking Chase Young. I get what Herbert did last year, and it would be tantalizing. But at the end of the day, he has transformed this defense in Washington just by how he acts, how he carries himself off the field, and then what he does on the field. So I couldn't do that. Justin Herbert doesn't give me that.
ISN, do you think the refs will stop screwing us? Can you do that through the nah really quick again?
Yeah, but before I do that, you got a new member, Mike.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
Mr.
Dave.
Shout out to David.
Right on, man.
Became a new member thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I will be doing live streams. It is just for members only. I'll probably do one tomorrow. I appreciate it, and I'm going to add you to my list on my videos. All my members get all special treatment, so I appreciate you, and welcome to the family.
No.
That was for the question, not for
not for Dave. Not for Dave, man.
Dave, hey, appreciate you, man. Travis Doyley dropping another super chat here. He says, do you think Washington will sign Superman Cam Newton to be the quarterback next year because of the connection?
Oh, okay. Warpath.
Let's go, Warpath. We're having a fun time today.
I say no to Medea. I can't do it. I can't do it with Medea. Can't do it. Won't do it. Won't do Medea. Can't do Medea as my quarterback. I'm sorry. I can't. Wham, bam. Thank you, Cam. But I can't. No. The boy looks like a fullback now. And then and Mrs. Doubtfire was a fullback too. So it's kind of ironic. Kind of dresses like Mrs. Doubtfire and Medea. But no, Cam, I just. I didn't see enough out of him this year that would make me want. And Ron Rivera had an opportunity to sign him last year. Even with a strip club Simba as your quarterback, you still couldn't, still could have went out and got him, but it didn't. So I think that tells you everything you need to know. It'll be a last-ditch effort if it happens.
Okay. I think that you should have Cam Newton, and I think that you should trade us the first-round pick next year, and I think that you should give us Montez Sweat as part of the deal.
What is y'all obsession with Montez Sweat?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out.
No, you know what? Hey, Warpath. I want y'all to get Dak. That's what I want y'all to get.
I do
bro.
too.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, y'all know I would be stupid. I'd be doing 24-hour streams just laughing. I would order my cigars. I'd get the old hen dog. I'd be like Shannon Sharp. I'd be on that yak and sitting there. I might even put on a suit. I put on a suit and just have people coming on there and laughing at them.
Can't wait to see it.
Yes, sir.
Devonta Smith, Kenny G, and Swift. What y'all think about that? LeBron Donlow. That would be pretty sick. That would be
sick, man.
That would be sick. Would you do that if we sign Kenny Golladay and they take Devonta Smith, Quintez Cephas, and you have Swift with there? What do you think about that, Grid? Would you be good with that at the 7th pick?
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. I mean, if that's the choice I have, I wouldn't mind. I'm still real high on defense, but like I said, I don't know who we're going to get at that point, but I wouldn't mind that. Saw what the kid could do. He's a little small for me, though. To be real, I wish he put on, eat some ramen noodles or something, but I would rather him put on some weight, but I like what the kid, I just want to see him play with the big dogs when he gets to the NFL.
If you've not hit that like button, smash that like button. We're 17 away from 100. Let's get to 100 before this stream is over. That would be fan-freaking-tastic. Gino, ISN, what do you think about the Lions kryptonite, Aaron Rodgers? Will he retire? Grid, can you answer that for me with the noise?
No.
He ain't going nowhere. He about to get married. He ain't going nowhere.
No.
Yeah, he's not retiring. Not yet. He will. I don't think he's going to retire. Well, I think he will play out.
That ain't me. I promise. My hands is up here.
What happened?
That is funny right there.
Wow. Oh man.
Those Jared Goff hands there, Grid.
Hey.
Should we trade down? If we do, how many picks could we get? Well, if you've seen in a mock draft recently, we traded back from 7 to 19, and we got 3 picks with it, the 19th pick, the 3rd round pick, and next year's first. Yeah, it all depends, though, how far we trade back. I think, that is the big question. If we go from 7 to 15 or 7 to 19, you can get a ton of picks, and I think that's the best way to do it. That is the best way to do it. 9 away from 1 hundo. 9 likes away from 1 hundo. Linda, she's having some fun here, laughing about that joke, using the strong hands. That's facts on facts. I have no idea who that is. That is not you.
You got a 20% chance to figure out who.
Ain't me.
That was Mark Orem from Orem's Forum.
Oh, that's Orem Forum. Okay.
Way higher floor than Fields with comparable scene. Can we all agree not to trade up? I don't see a reason to trade up.
We ain't trading up.
We don't need to trade up. If we take a wide receiver at 7, not good. Wide receiver class is too deep. Yeah. Look, I'm always about just getting the best player available, and I think that if you have a chance to get an offensive lineman or a quarterback, that's good. I think I'd do that, but we'll find out here soon. I think the Jets pass on Zach Wilson and keep Sam their quarterback. That's interesting. If they pass on Zach Wilson, where would he fall, Grid?
That changes the whole dynamic, man. I think maybe Atlanta snatches him up. I mean, unless Miami want to pull a Rosen with Tua, I think if he passes, if the Jets pass on him, man, he goes to Atlanta hands down.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about that, Antonio? You said,
Because honestly, if the Jets don't take Zach Wilson, I think they're going to trade back. Because if they decide not to take Zach Wilson, then they're basically saying we're not going to take a quarterback. So why stay at number 2 when you can trade back? A lot of teams are going to want a Zach Wilson or Justin Fields. Somebody's going to fall in love with this prospect.
Mm-hmm.
If you're decided, we're going to stick with Sam, then just trade back.
That
makes sense.
Ugh.
97 won the ticket, talked about Marcus Williams. What are your thoughts on that? Mark Orem from Orem's Forum.
Hey, he's a really good safety for the Saints. He's got a lot of ties to Campbell and Aaron Glenn. You probably have to pay a pretty penny for him, I would think, but I'd definitely try to bring him in 100%.
I think Mark Ingram could be Swift's partner. I think that'd be a good partner right there. That would be a nice little 1-2 combo. I know he's 31. He's at the end of his career, but we don't need a full-time guy there. Should we draft a kicker with our last pick? It depends what pick we got. If we get more, that would be great. But right now, I want it. I just want it. 6 away from 100 likes. 6 away from 100 likes. Hit that like button. Are you rooting for the Rams to win the Super Bowl this coming season? To the no way, man. That hurts our draft pick. That hurts our draft pick. I don't want them winning. Travis Doyley says Jets taking Penei Sewell. Any thoughts? Hey, if they take Penei Sewell, that's a smart move if they want to build that offensive line. What do you think about that on the Warpath?
That'd be good. I think they need a quarterback more than anything, but Penei Sewell, I think he's probably the best offensive lineman in that draft. And where we were talking earlier in October about us maybe picking in the top 5, that would have been my dude to go and pick up. So I think that'd be a good. I don't think that's the right move for the Jets at this point, but it'd be a decent move for him. It'd be a good move.
Who is the best running back in this year's draft? What round are you going? What about Travis Etienne? I think he's probably the best one. What do you think about that, Mark?
Yeah, I think he's probably the best running back in the draft for sure, man. He's a stud, man. He can do it all.
What about you, Antonio Hightower? Yes.
Oh, sorry. No one running back is easily Travis Etienne. Number 2 is, of course, Najee Harris. Number 3 is Javonte Williams. I don't know why Travis Etienne went back to college, but he's far and away the best running back in this draft.
Hood Bangers, he says, I'm new to the group and nice to meet everybody. Well, welcome. Yes, we do this every single Thursday. It's a fun time. ISN, we're doing shows all the time. So today is One Pride Podcast. On Tuesday, we got Spiked Kool-Aid in the middle. That's the Gridiron Blitz. On Wednesday, we're with Travis Troxel Sports Talk, Necessary Roughness. And I know that on the Warpath, I think he's contemplating doing a weekly show as well.
Yes, sir.
Would you guys get Melvin Ingram at the defense? That's fun because, look, the connection's there. Anthony Lynn, I think it's possible. I think that could be a guy that they can go for. Gridiron Blitz.
How did he do last year? I know we were talking about him in the offseason.
He did nothing, man. He played like 7 games. Okay. Played like 7 games and like he accumulated no sacks. He had a pick.
And that's kind of what I was thinking.
33 or something years old. No way, man. I don't want nothing to do with him.
Yeah, because it's kind of a scarce when it comes to defensive ends and stuff like that with free agency. Looks like I know somebody mentioned Leonard Williams not too long ago. I don't know who did that, but he looks like he might be the top one on the market this year. So, but Trey Flowers, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with him. So,
as a diehard Lions fan, I know we are bad, but my question is, what made us so bad besides coaching? What made us bad is there's a couple of factors. Coaching obviously is the biggest factor. Doing horrible contracts with Vati Vaitai, that hurt us. The Trey Flowers contract hurt us. And not ability to draft in the second round. Like that, like Tease Tabor, Kerrigan Johnson. I mean, it just goes on. Jelani Tavai, the new one. That's, in my opinion, what hurt us. What say you on the Warpath?
I think it's the same people who make those bad cars up there in Michigan. Ford. I'm telling you, Ford and Chevy are the reason why I went Japanese. But so I think it's a combination of that, and that's a common trait. Is now I don't think the reason why your ownership is bad because they're insidious like my owner is. But I just think that they have more going on, and the football thing is just, kind of their secondary thing. And this is just an outsider's perspective more than anything. But I think misses at coaches, like you can even think all the way back to like 2002, like when Morningwig was there and stuff, missing on Mooch and drafting Joey Harrington. It's just been a comedy of errors. And then more recently, when y'all got the elite mind of Matt Millen up in there, and it's really going to trusting the wrong people. And maybe this changed now with Holmes in there, but hopefully that ship can get turned around, and it could be really quickly for y'all.
Blitz, you've been a Lions fan since the beginning of time.
Since I had hair, yeah.
You were there. You're watching the Lions when Adam and Eve met.
Oh no!
And I told Adam don't do it, but he did it anyway.
What's the problem with us?
Oh man, I'm out of Kool-Aid, bro. I'm out of Kool-Aid. I need a lot. It's been up until this point. It's been the organization, man, and I think a lot of people don't want to hear that. It's the ownership. We know that William before that, before Martha kind of made some noise, took the initiative and against what I feel was actually what she wanted to do and fired Jim Caldwell. I think she was sweet talked by Quinn, but he's unemployed now. So now I see what I see from Sheila is Sheila's 73 years old, somewhere around there. She's been watching this team for the last 50 plus years, I think. So she can probably embrace the typical Lions fan base, the way we feel. And like I said, she's making mad moves. I got to put some respect on her name right now. She has overcome me with the recent moves, man. And I told you fellas before, it seems like Roger Goodell gave the call to the Detroit Lions organization and said, and hire Mark Orm from Orm's Horn. That's what they said. But then after Mark turned down that job, they got his doppelganger right there. And I think, Mike, honestly, bro, it's just I think it's been the organization, the ownership this whole time. But I want to say that it's now changing.
Yeah, I think it's starting to change for the better. And just like we're one like away from 100, let's get change from 99 to 100. Let's do that, folks. We have been on the show for what does one pride mean? Oh, that's a great question. And I'm going to throw this one up there. I just seen that. What does one pride mean? Man, being a Lions fan, it seems like it's everybody versus us. And one pride is being pride of your team, being pride of your city, and everybody hates us, but we're prideful for what we got. And that's one pride, man. Like we're one unit, one pride. We're all in this together. We're all dealing and embracing the suck together. And to me, that's what one pride is, Mark.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It's unity. You know what I mean? It's the NFL versus it's everybody, Detroit versus everybody, man. That's what it is. One pride. And we've been like that for a while now, and it's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling now that the organization is like, now that they're letting Sheila's letting talking heads, NFL guys do their thing. So one pride, man.
Hopefully football team gets a new name, Zach. I'm with you. I don't like football team. I know the eyes roll. I'd like to see like Red Wolves or something like that. Something make it sick. I want to see them have a good name. I must say though, I love the colors and kind of what it looks like. I think your uniforms are sick. They're better looking now than what they were before. But I'd like to see something like a wolf, or that'd be kind of cool. But folks, we've been on for an hour and 15 minutes. This is the time to say adios, and so I'm going to give it to Antonio Hightower. What do you got to say to the people out there?
It was nice coming on to the show with y'all. Don't take Micah Parsons at 7. Don't take Devontae Smith at 7. And dear God, don't take Greg Russo at 7. Throw that man off the cliff.
Mark Oram from Orm's Forum. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, everybody. We got to get this man to 1,000 so he can get paid. And I'm telling you, you put a lot of work into this stuff, and be nice to see him feel the love of that. But what do you got to say to the folks out there, Mark?
Hey, thanks for another show, guys. I came in a little bit late. I thought we were in at 7. My bad. I got some videos coming, guys, so just stay tuned, and thanks a lot, guys.
We got Corey from On the Warpath, the funniest guy on YouTube. Love this guy. What do you got to say to the One Pride Nation that's been kind of trolling you for an hour and 15 minutes?
Oh man, I love it. I love it. I do. I really do. I embrace it, and I take it with the full glass of Kool-Aid like Grid has it. But
right on.
Hopefully we'll get a name. But our name is the football team right now, and we wear it with honor. And I want to get back to HTTR hopefully. So and also on a sad news, they need to get Marty Schottenheimer in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So that is egregious, even though he had a bad playoff record. And he was up there in Detroit back in the late 70s, too. So get him in there, and make sure y'all check me out, too. You can come troll me over there as well.
He's a fun guy. Zach, Tuesdays, 7 p.m., Gridiron Blitz's channel. That's the guy in the middle. His link is in the description. That's Tuesday. On Wednesday, Troxel Sports channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. His information is in the description as well. On Thursday, it's on my channel every single Thursday at 6:30 p.m. EST. We are live. I do it whether I'm sick or not. It will happen. Gridiron Blitz, what do you got to say to the folks out there?
Man, what an awesome show it was. Even though the season is over for us and we're starting to get into the off season, you guys came out to support. We appreciate that. Thank you guys for tuning into this show, and make sure you tune in to Spike Kool-Aid Tuesdays at 7 o'clock EST. We have phone lines. We talk about all the hottest topics. We're on for 2 hours, so we need you guys to come and show some love. Get your feel of Lions talk, and we would just love to see you Tuesday. So with that being said, you guys, thank you so much and have a great night.
Hey, if the link's not working, Jay, go onto my channel and you'll see featured channels. Everyone's channel is featured on there. Just click on Mark's channel, click on the Warpath channel. Go ahead, subscribe there. It is in the featured links if the links in the description are not working. It was a great show tonight, everybody. Hey, appreciate everybody coming out, talking about the Pride. Got some videos coming out tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday. Get ready for that, and have a great weekend. With that said, folks, adios.